Hello students, welcome all of you in online learning of IoT, that is Internet of Things lecture. Today is our fourth lecture on IoT Enabling Technologies. My name is Pooja Subhashrao Deshmukh from International Center of Excellence in Engineering and Management College, Aurangabad. In last lecture we have studied lots of things of IoT, that is IoT, definition of IoT, what is definition of IoT, then what are the characteristics of IoT, logical design of IoT, in which we will see there are three types: IoT functional blocks, IoT communication models, IoT communication APIs, also their diagrams, what are the functions of this and what is the exact use, why we are using this communication models, this communication APIs with their functional diagrams of these models. Now in this lecture we are going to study IoT enabling technologies. There are 5 types of IoT enabling technologies. First one is wireless sensor network, second one is cloud computing, third one is big data analytics, communication protocols, and last one is the embedded system. Also we will see what is the difference between IoT and machine to machine language. So let's get started. Now we will see one by one. First one is wireless sensor network, which is also called as WSN network. A WSN comprises distributed devices with the sensors, which is used to monitor the environmental and physical conditions. What is the use of the WSN? Is which is monitor the environmental and physical conditions. WSN network consists of end nodes, routers and coordinators. End nodes having several sensors attached to them, where the data is passed to a coordinator with the help of routers. What is the use of the end node? The use of end node is to attach where the data is passed to a coordinator with the help of router. Then the coordinator also acts as a gateway that is connected to the WSN to the internet. We will see by taking an example. Examples of WSN are weather monitoring system, then indoor air quality monitoring system, then soil moisture monitoring system, then surveillance system, health monitoring system. These are the examples of WSN network. In all these areas we will use the WSN network. So what do you understand by the WSN network? That is, WSN are interconnected sensor nodes that communicate wirelessly to collect data about the surrounding environments. Also, nodes are generally low power and distributed in ad hoc system, which is decentralized fashion. So the role of WSN network in Internet of Things is WSN is used for the represent useful network in assisting the monitoring, tracking and sensing different environmental activities. Sensors are characteristics play the main role in the designing and applying any WSN network. So the next one is big data analytics. Big data analytics is a method of studying massive volumes of data or big data. It is a collection of data whose volume, velocity or variety is simply too massive and tough to store, control and process. Also examine the data using traditional databases. Also, big data is gathered from variety of sources, which is including social networks, videos, digital images, then sensors and cell transaction records. In big data analytics, there are several steps which is involving in analyzing big data. There are 4 steps. First one is data cleaning, munging, processing and visualization. Now we will understand by the taking of example. Big data analytics is the example of bank transactions, data generated by IOT systems for location and tracking of vehicles, then e-commerce and in big basket, health and fitness data generated by IOT systems such as fitness bands. Now we will understand what are the 4 steps and what exactly mean that. First one is data cleaning. As I told you yesterday, data cleaning is the process of fixing or removing incorrect, corrupted or incorrectly formatted, duplicate or incomplete data within a database. That means already in a database there is incomplete files which is to be present. So if data is incorrect, outcomes and algorithms are unreliable even though they may look correct. Next one is the munging of data. Data munging is the general procedure for transforming data from erroneous or unusable forms into useful and use case specific ones. Without some degree of munging, whether performed by automated systems or specialized users, data cannot be ready for any kind of downstream consumption. However, when referring specifically to data munging or data wrangling, it means preparing your data for a dedicated purpose, like taking the data from its raw state and transforming and mapping into another format. Normally, it is used for beyond its original intent. Next one is the data processing. Data processing is the development of the data, the organization and manipulation of large amount of numeric data, or in computer jargon, number is crunching. Then some of the examples of data processing is the calculation of satellite orbits, weather forecasting, etc. Then third one is the data visualization. Data visualization is the graphical representation of information and data. Also there are some examples like visual elements like charts, graphs and maps. Data visualization tools provide an accessible way to see and understand trends, outliers and patterns in a data. In the world of big data, data visualization tools and technologies are essential to analyze the massive amounts of information and make data-driven decisions. Now, next one is the cloud computing. Cloud computing means by which we can access applications as utilities over the internet. Cloud means something which is present in the remote location. With cloud computing, users can access any resources from anywhere like databases, web servers, storage, any device and any software over the internet. There are characteristics of this like broad network access, on-demand self-services, rapid scalability, measured service, pay per use, like these characteristics of cloud computing. Also, it provides different services like IaaS, that is infrastructure as a service, PaaS, that is platform as a service, then SaaS, that is software as a service. There are three types of service. Then we will see what are these one by one. First we will see IaaS service. Infrastructure as a service, this is the full form of this service. Infrastructure as a service provide online services such as physical machines, virtual machines, servers, then networking, storage and data center space on pay per use basis. Then major IaaS providers are Google Computer Engine, Amazon Web Services and Microsoft Azure, etc. What are the examples of IaaS service? There is web hosting, virtual machine, etc. are the examples of IaaS service. Then we will see PaaS service, that is PaaS, that is platform as a service. It provides cloud-based environment with a very thing required to support the complete life cycle of a building and delivering vast web-based cloud applications. Without the cost and complexity of buying and managing underlying hardware, also software provisions and hosting, computing is a platform such as hardware, operating systems and libraries, etc. Basically, it provides a platform to develop applications like App Cloud, Google App Engine, etc. Next one is the SaaS service, that is SaaS, which means software as a service. It is the way of delivering applications over the internet as a service. Instead of installing and maintaining software, you simply access it via the internet or freeing yourself from complex software and hardware management. Also, SaaS applications are sometimes called web-based software on demand software or hosted software. SaaS application run on a SaaS provider's service and they manage security, availability and performance also. Examples of SaaS service are the Google Docs, Gmail, Office, etc. Then next one is the communication protocols. Communication protocols is the backbone of IoT systems and it is enable network connectivity and linking to applications. Communication protocols allow devices to exchange data over the network. Multiple protocols often describe different aspects of a single communication. A group of protocols designed to work together is known as a protocol suite. When implemented in a software, they are protocol stack. Then what are the applications of protocols? The applications of communication protocols are data encoding, addressing schemes, etc. Then the IoT communication protocols are communication protocol, Wi-Fi, satellite communications, Bluetooth, NFC and RFID. There are some examples of communication protocol. Now, what are the types of protocols? There are transmission control protocol, that is TCP, then internet protocol, IP, user datagram protocol, that is UDP, then post office protocol, POP, simple mail transport protocol, SMTP, then file transfer protocol, FTP, Hypertext Transfer Protocol HTTP, then Hypertext Transfer Protocol Secure HTTPS. These are the types of protocol. So the next and last one is the embedded systems. It is the combination of hardware and software used to perform special tasks. It includes microcontroller and microprocessor memory, networking units, Ethernet or Wi-Fi adapters, then input-output units, display and keyboard, etc. And storage devices, that means flash memory. What are the examples of embedded system? That is digital camera, DVD player, music player, industrial robots, wireless routers, etc. are the examples of embedded systems. Then the last point is difference between IoT and M2M. We will see on the basis of these characteristics what is the difference between IoT and M2M. First one is what is the abbreviation. IoT means Internet of Things, M2M means machine to machine. Then what is the intelligence? Intelligence in IoT is devices have objects that are responsible for the decision making. In M2M there is some degree of intelligence is observed in this M2M. Then connection type used in IoT is connection via network and using various communication types. Then what is the connection type used in M2M is connection point to point type. Then communication protocol used in IoT is HTTP, FTP and Telnet. In M2M, traditional protocols and communication technology techniques are used in machine to machine language. Then data sharing in IoT is data is shared between other applications that are used to improve end user experience. In M2M, data is shared with only the communicating parties. Then internet in IoT is internet connection required for the communication. In M2M, devices are not dependent on the internet. Then scope of IoT is the large number of devices, yet scope is large. In M2M, there are limited scope for the devices. Then business type used in IoT is business to business and business to consumer. That means B2B and B2C connection is used. In M2M, there is only business to business connection used. Open API support in IoT is supports open API integrations. Then M2M, there is no support for open APIs. Then what are the examples of IoT? That is smart wearables, big data and cloud, etc. are the examples of IoT. And in machine to machine language, examples are sensors, data and information, etc. Here our first unit is completed. Now from next lecture we will start second unit of the IoT subject. Till now, thank you very much.